Now, many of you will know by now that, ladies and gents, yesterday we discussed about Xiaomi CEO recommending Neo to those that cannot wait 8 months to get their hands on their latest, of course, or their first model, namely the SU7. This is something that, of course, it was great. We discussed more about that. And today, ladies and gents, we just got some news of saying that apparently Neo is offering incentives or subsidies of around 5,000 RMB or $690 to those that make orders on their cars. Well, the article that we read, it's saying that they're trying to take those that cannot wait for 8 months, Xiaomi customers that have locked their orders, to come and buy the Neo cars. We don't know how truthful is this, but one thing for sure is that Neo is offering apparently subsidies of around 5,000 RMB or $690 dollars to those that come and place their orders for their cars, which is something that is pretty exciting. I mean, you will know that Neo has been offering subsidies, small subsidies to those that want to buy their cars. I mean, last month Neo introduced a subsidy to those that own gas cars that want to buy electric vehicles, which again, that was a subsidy that Neo introduced last month. And we know that there's also a promotion that was running of them giving out, of course, free Neo phones to those that buy the Neo cars, which is something that is also pretty exciting. So this subsidies is it's not something new, and Neo is not doing this, I think, because of the fact that they see that Xiaomi has got so many orders and their consumers are going to wait for 8 months until they get their hands into those cars. But it's something that Neo has been doing. Probably this 5,000, yes, probably they recently introduced it now, but subsidies are something that Neo has been doing to those that want to buy the Neo cars. And with Neo on these orders, whether it's locked or not, you can still get a refund. Whereas I think in Xiaomi, once you locked your order, then you cannot get the refund back. The 5,000 RMB, you cannot get it back, or $690 you cannot get it back, which of course with Neo you are more flexible with when you place that, of course, deposit, ordering that vehicle or the vehicle, which is something that is pretty exciting. So yes, I think if they started it recently, this one, I think it's a good initiative. It will encourage, of course, the consumers that want to buy the EV cars to consider going to Neo. And the fact that the Xiaomi CEO yesterday recommended Neo yesterday, it is something that is pretty exciting, right? So yes, those that cannot wait, which based on the history, what we have seen happening is that people get tired of waiting and end up canceling their orders for other EV cars or for other cars, which should that happens, the Xiaomi, of course, consumers, hopefully they come and buy the Neo cars, right? Which is something that is pretty exciting. Otherwise, today we're going to see if really Neo is doing well in terms of the NEV insurance registrations. I know the numbers are not yet out official, but it appears that Neo, for last week's NEV insurance registration, they passed the 3,000 mark, which we are yet to see on the official report. I will give you that official report when it arrives, but it appears that Neo has got over 3,000 NEV insurance registrations, which we will get when the report comes out. But obviously we are not discussing about that on this video. We are talking about the $690 dollars of incentive that Neo is offering to those that want to place their orders onto their Neo cars. I mean, this is pretty exciting. Though we have not read of the official price cut from Neo, I mean, the incentives that Neo has been offering, ladies and gents, they are pretty good. I mean, the Neo phone, you will know that it's around $1,000, which to get to see that Neo has been giving it for free to, of course, those that buy the Neo cars. It is something that is pretty exciting. Though I don't know if that special is running or that initiation by Neo is still running, but for March I know it was running. April, I'm not sure, but I think probably it might still be running as Neo tries to attract more people into coming and buy the Neo cars. But otherwise, this 5,000 RMB, I think it's a good initiative. It's a good strategy. It might scoop in some of the, of course, customers to come and buy the NIO cars. Otherwise, on other news, we read that NIO, ladies and gents, Schengen arm or sub-brand Deepal, ladies and gents, has been officially connected to NIO's charging infrastructure. You will know that Schengen is, of course, partnered with NIO when it comes to battery swapping stations, where they will be deploying battery swapping stations together, which is something that is pretty exciting now. It looks like Deepal, who's Schengen's arm, or who's part of Schengen's arm, ladies and gents, are now connected to the over 20,000 NIO chargers, which is something that will make their lives easier because they can easily now locate the NIO chargers. I mean, one of the things that we are seeing is that we are seeing a lot and lots of automakers coming to partner with NIO, not only to on their battery swapping stations, but of course also the charging infrastructure, which each and every week we are getting more and more partners also coming and partner with NIO when it comes to charging infrastructure. And this is because NIO has got, or it's one of the leaders, not only in battery swap but also in the charging infrastructure. They have been deploying, or they are the one of the automakers with the most charging infrastructure in China, which is why we are seeing these big companies coming and partner with NIO. So yeah, man, it is a pretty good thing. It is a decent thing to see, of course, NIO once again getting another partnership, or getting rather another automaker coming and of course officially connect to NIO's charging network, which will of course, I suppose, make NIO to generate some good revenues, though we don't know how much in terms of service that NIO make when these of course cars are charging from their charging infrastructure. But I don't think it's free. It's not for free. There is a service fee, which the more they of course get these partnerships, is the more service fee they will get, which will result in them generating more revenues from their charging infrastructures, which is something that is pretty exciting. So yes, this of course car companies, most of them were already using NIO charging infrastructure, but now, ladies and gents, it is going to make them easy to locate NIO's charging infrastructure, meaning that they might end up charging many times onto NIO's charging infrastructure, because they can easily locate them on the map, right? They can easily connect the NIO's, of course, chargers on the map, which is something that is pretty exciting, pretty amazing, because then the more they utilize NIO's charging infrastructure, is the more of course NIO will generate from the service fee from those of course chargers every time these guys, including the NIO users, are utilizing NIO's charging infrastructure. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the likes button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And before you buy NIO for the very first time, it is always good that you do your own due diligence so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, it is a good initiative once again of seeing NIO offering, of course, a $690 incentive or subsidy to those that want to buy the NIO cars. This is a good initiative, and I think, yeah, it can attract some customers into coming to want to buy the NIO cars. Otherwise, that's all from me, and God bless you all.